Imagine your boss comes up to you and tells you that your highest priority is to teach a goldfish Olympic level synchronized swimming by the end of the week. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Art of the Impossible, Mastering Unrealistic Deadlines. As your host, I'll guide you through the mystical land where time bends and tasks are expected to be done yesterday. Get ready for a journey through the outrageous world of deadline setting, where we'll explore how to laugh in the face of the unachievable. Unrealistic deadlines often come from over-optimism, wishful thinking, and a misunderstanding of time and space. Crafted in a world where coffee replaces sleep, we'll delve into this fantasy land where project plans are fairy tales and deadlines are unicorns, rare, mythical, and unlikely heroes. Okay, so first up on the why oh why do we have these crazy deadlines list is our good buddy, poor planning. Picture this. Someone sets a deadline without getting what the job involves, like how big or tricky it is. It's like they're chilling in their own little bubble, totally clueless. They're throwing darts in the dark, hoping to hit the bullseye of deadline setting. Spoiler alert, they usually hit the wall, the floor, or anywhere but the target. It's a classic case of flying blind and hoping for a miracle. Another possible cause would be high expectations for management. They might have some unrealistic expectations regarding how quickly work can be completed. I blame Hollywood for this. In almost every action movie, some technical person is getting yelled at. They give a deadline, but the protagonist ignores it, gives them a fraction of the time they need, and somehow the technical person pulls it off. If one day there's a movie out there that needs a plant to grow faster, some botanist will get yelled at, and somehow, no matter how impossible, the plant will grow faster. The third act in our deadline drama is none other than client pressure, the not-so-secret ingredient mixed in with the first two causes. Picture this. A client who probably thinks a magic wand is part of your standard office supplies demands a deadline that defies the laws of time and space. They often want things done yesterday, and you might wonder if their calendar runs on some warp speed. Fast in their dictionary is probably illustrated with a cheetah on a rocket. While we might chuckle and think they missed a few crucial patience lessons, they could also juggle their own pressures. It's like a high-stake games of deadline poker where everyone's bluffing, but communication might be the ace up your sleeve. The fourth cause, and my least favorite, is an overworking culture prevalent in some organizations or clients. Imagine a world where being able to sneak in a quick bathroom break is akin to finding a hidden treasure. You have a real challenge if your client embodies this marathon meets sprint work culture, where a second of pause is seen as a cardinal sin. Here's a thought. Sometimes it might be wiser to let these hyperdrive clients drift towards your competitors. Let them turn someone else's workday into a relentless race against time. And if you're part of an organization that subscribes to this relentless culture, well, may the force be with you. You'll need it. So you've met with Darth Deadline and you've been given a date that makes about as much sense as skydiving without a parachute. What do you do now? Comprehensive project scoping. The first trick I recommend is asking questions about the project and documenting the answers. What you want to do here is to document the scope to weaponize this document. You get bonus points if you ask questions about things that Darth Deadline didn't consider. How could they set the deadline if they didn't think of some things? This is also where you should feel free to take the proverbial chainsaw through some of these requirements until it fits the timeline with time to spare for the unexpected. Realistic time estimation. Think of getting an oil change. They give you a set price and time, honed from doing it 1,000 times. It's like that with project tasks. Using a system like Jira, you can track time for each subtask, database tables, queries, you name it. This way, you gather real data on how long things take. If creating database tables took a day last time, you've got solid proof for it. It can't magically happen in half a day this time around. It's like having a time crystal ball for your projects, involving the team. Before you whip up an estimate, make sure to have a chat with the folks who'll be in the trenches doing the work. They've got the kind of nitty-gritty experience that could make your most senior team members look like fresh interns. Getting their input early is like having a secret weapon against sneaky project pitfalls. Plus, when the whole team hums on the same tune for timelines, it's way harder for anyone to play the "let's shave off half the time" game. Contingency planning. Sprinkle a generous just-in-case buffer into your timelines. Why? Because the world of projects is as predictable as a cat on a caffeine buzz. It's akin to packing an umbrella, rain boots, and maybe a life raft just because the weather forecast says sunny. This way, when the project gremlins decide to crash your party with their delightful surprises, you're not left doing the panic dance in the downpour of delays. Regular reviews and adjustments. Keep an eagle eye on your project's progress and be ready to play deadline limbo if needed. Flexibility is key because sticking to a rigid timeline in the face of reality is like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole while blindfolded. Be the project ninja who dodges unrealistic expectations and slices through pressure. After all, adjusting deadlines based on real progress isn't just smart. It's your secret weapon against the dark arts of project chaos. Clear communication. Make sure everyone in the project is on the same page. And I mean crystal clear, not "I think I sort of get it" clear. Think of it as a game of telephone with deadlines and actual work. Keep those updates coming and communication lines buzzing like a busy bee. This way, when issues pop up, and they will, like uninvited guests at a party, you can tackle them faster than a superhero, minus the cape and tights. Prioritization of tasks. Put on your priority glasses and zoom in on what matters. Remember, not all tasks are born equal. Some are the VIPs of your project party, while others are just there for the free snacks. Rank them based on their superstar status in impacting the project. This way, you're not wasting your superhero energy on saving the world from a paperclip crisis while the real villain, the mega important task, plots world domination. Avoiding scope creep. Keep a keen eye on those subtle scope changes. They can be like pesky weeds in the garden, popping up unannounced and spreading quickly. Before you know it, these additional tasks can entangle and extend your timeline, turning a well-kept project into an overgrown jungle. Act as the diligent gardener of your project scope, pruning and managing changes meticulously. If it's not part of the original landscape plan, it shouldn't be allowed to grow wild. This way you maintain the intended design of your project timeline, free from the invasive growth of unexpected tasks.